Now we'll discuss the first asexual mode of reproduction type, that is fission. Fission means to split up. The mode of asexual reproduction in which a parent organism splits up to form young ones. Splits up to give rise young ones. This is the mode of reproduction by which usually unicellular organisms divides or splits up and forms two or more than two organisms. So, on the basis of number of organisms produced, this mode of reproduction is further subdivided into two forms. First one is binary fission. Bi means two. The mode of fission, the mode of asexual reproduction in which single parent divides to form two young ones. That mode of reproduction is known as binary fission. The mode of reproduction in which single parents divides to form two young ones. Second, first nucleus divide. And then followed up by division of cytoplasm. The division of nucleus is known as karyokinesis. Karyon means nucleus bache. And the division of cytoplasm or complete cell is known as cytokinesis. So in binary fission, karyokinesis is followed up by cytokinesis. The example of binary fission is amoeba. We'll describe the process of division of binary fission in amoeba by the help of a diagram. Let us suppose this is amoeba, a mature amoeba, parent cell. It has a nucleus, then cytoplasm, a cell membrane. It is a unicellular, irregular shape organism. When it matures, the nucleus elongates. Before this elongation, DNA replication takes place. What is DNA replication? The nuclear material, that is the DNA, replicate itself, make the exact copies of itself. Why is it so? DNA अपनी exact copy क्यों बना रहा है बच्चे डिवीजन से पहले? ताकि जितना DNA पेरेंट सेल में था उतना ही डॉटर सेल्स में भी आए. अगर DNA अपनी कॉपी नहीं बनाएगा तो DNA का अमाउंट रिड्यूस हो जाएगा into half. We don't want to produce the cell which has half set of chromosome, which has half amount of DNA, means half characters. हम चाहते हैं सेम कैरेक्टर जो पेरेंट में है वही किसमें आए, यंग वंस में. तो उसके लिए बच्चे क्या चाहिए, सेम कैरेक्टर्स के लिए सेम अमाउंट ऑफ डीएनए होना चाहिए बच्चे. तो क्या होगा, डीएनए रेप्लिकेशन. सो दिस इज nucleus elongates, that means karyokinesis starts. After that, cytoplasmic groove appears. This is cytoplasmic groove. The groove which appears, which generated so that the cytoplasm can be divided easily into two forms, into two equal halves. Later on, these grooves keep on meet with each other and cytokinesis takes place. Here, karyokinesis takes place, and here the cytokinesis takes place. The division of cell takes place completely, and it will give rise to young amoebae. The young amoebae are clones, that is genetically and morphologically identical organisms. They are also identical to the parent cell. Why? Because the DNA replication maintains the amount of DNA, as well as it does not allow the variations to occur very oftenly. So this is the process of binary fission in amoeba. Rather than binary fission, bache, the second form of fission is multiple fission. The organism like Plasmodium divides by multiple fission, and Plasmodium divide in favorable conditions by this. Favorable means the conditions which are in favor of an organism, the suitable conditions. Plasmodium divides in favorable conditions by this method, whereas amoeba divides by multiple fission in unfavorable conditions. Whensoever there is lack of moisture in the surroundings of amoeba, that amoeba will divide by multiple fission. What is multiple fission? As its name indicates, bache, the mode of fission, the type of fission in which an organism divides into multiple young ones, multiple new organisms, that is known as multiple fission. So, in multiple fission, a triple layer protective covering is formed, that is cyst. What happens actually? This is amoeba, these are pseudopodia, the false feet. These pseudopodia removed, and a circular triple layer covering comes over the amoeba, and that is known as cyst. Inside the cyst, the nucleus divides multiple times. The division is mitotic, bache. Equal number of chromosomes present. A small amount of cytoplasm and cell membrane covered over it, and small structures are formed. Small cellular structures are formed inside this triple layer protective covering that is known as cyst. The formation of cyst is known as encystment. The formation of triple layer protective covering over a reproductive unit is known as encystment. Whensoever the favorable conditions prevail, whensoever favorable conditions return, this cyst wall breaks. Breaking of cyst. When the favorable conditions return back, and these young amoebae or plasmodia spreads and grows in number. So from one parent organism, the number of organisms produced are multiple. So that is the example of multiple fission. So this is the first asexual mode of reproduction, that is fission.